exercise number 4.1, question number 12 till question number 14. So let's start the lecture. So in question number 12, it says factorize the following expressions. So the first expression is x power 4 plus 4m power 4. Now, looking at these two expressions, you will see that there is no common element between them. But what if we simplify this much further? And what do I mean by simplify? We have x power 4, so can I write x square whole square? It is the same as x power 4. Then I'll write plus, instead of 4m power 4, I'll write 2m whole square. So this is the exact same thing. 2 applies to 2 results in 4. 2 applies to m results in 2. So I just do this here. Yes. So this is the same as 4m power 4, and x square whole square is the same as x power 4. Now we learned about 3 identities in class 8th. The first identity was a plus b whole square. It stated that a square plus b square was added with 2ab. Now by using this formula, we can deduct 2 times of x square and 2m square. So what will be the 2 times of these two? So we will write 2 bracket x square, then we will write bracket closed and 2m square. So as you can see, 2 2s are 4, 4xm square. Now I have written this, I have simplified this into the a plus b whole square formula. But what do I need to do next? I need 4 terms, but currently I only have 3. So I will subtract from this 2ab. So it results in 4mx square. Now as you can see, we have 2 terms here, we have 2 terms there. Now this is x square and this is 2m square. So we simplified this into the a plus b whole square formula. So we will write that as it is. So x square, this is our first term. It will be added with 2m square, which is our second term, whole square. First, and then we will subtract this from 4mx square. Okay, so we have written this as it is. Now as you can see, now what is the difference between these two? Okay, so firstly I have 2m square whole square, and this is being subtracted from here. So I'll write 2xm whole square right here. Now as you can see, this expression has been simplified, but there is another step that we need to perform. What does this expression fit into? So it fits into this formula, which is a square minus b square, which is equal to a plus b subtracted from, sorry, not subtracted from, but multiplied with a minus b. So I'll put this expression into this a square minus b square form. So we have a, this whole thing is a, and this whole thing is b. Let's consider these both pairs as a and b. So it says a square, we need to write it as a plus b. So x square plus 2m square, it will be added with 2xm. This is our first pair. Now what will our second pair be? You will write it here, right here, but I don't have space, so I'll write it just below. So what will I do next? I will subtract a from b. So what is a? X square plus 2m square. Now I'll subtract this from b. So subtracting it from b, which is 2xm. So this is our final answer. Now let's move on to the next question. Question number 13. In question number 13, it states that m power 4 is being added with m square plus 1. Okay, now as you can see from just taking a glance at this expression, you will see that we have m power 4 here, m square here. So what we will do, we will simplify them, but that is not the correct way. You need to choose two terms, two like terms. So in this case, I will choose m power 4 and 1 to avoid the hassle. So m power 4, if we just simplify it, it will be m square whole square. Then we'll write 1 here. And now I need to put this into a plus b whole square form. So how can we put this into this form? It's very easy. We need to do 2 times of a. So plus 2 bracket m square, it is our a, then 1. So I've written this as it is. Now what do I need to do next? I need to subtract. What do I need to subtract? Firstly, I'll write this as a whole. This means that I'll write 2m square and then I'll plus with m square. Okay, so I've written this as it is. Now what do I need to do next? As you can see, this is our first part, this is our second part. We need to write this into a plus b whole square form. So this will be m square plus 1 whole square. So this is done. We do not need to write this. Then the next is minus 2m square plus m square. Now what does this remind you of? Can we simplify this? Yes, we surely can. As you can see, this is m square, this is m square. Let's consider the coefficient of m square as 1. So minus plus is always minus and the sign will also be minus. So this results in m whole square. Now we need to simplify this into the third formula, which is a square minus b square is equal to a plus b multiplied by a minus b. So m square plus 1 will be added with m multiplied with m square plus 1 subtracted from m. So this is our final answer. Now let's move on to question number 14th. Question number 14. In this question, we have an expression which is negative 3x power 4. It's being subtracted from 21x cube and added with 24x square. Now, by taking a look at this expression, we can clearly state that 3 is being used in all sides. So first the common element will be 3, but negative 3 will be common. And then x power 4, x cube and x square, we will take the least number, which is x square. So let's take negative 3x square. These are our common elements. Now we will apply a bracket. So negative 3 will be cancelled. The answer will be x square. It will be then minus minus will be converted into plus. 3 7s are 21. So 7x. Why? Because x cube divided by x square is x. Then minus plus will always be minus. So 3 8s are 24. So x square and x square get cancelled. Now we have negative 3x square bracket x square plus 7x minus 8. Now we need to simplify this expression much further. As you can see, we have a quadratic expression. What is the coefficient of x square? It is 1. And what is the coefficient of this numeral? It is 8. So we need to find the factors of 8 such that 7 will be the answer. So if we take 8 multiplied by negative 1, the answer will be positive 7. So we will put this right into this quadratic equation. So negative 3x square bracket. So now first we will use the square brackets. and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna write x square as it is. After writing x square as it is, we're gonna use this bracket later. We're gonna write x square as it is, then it will be added with 8x, then it will be subtracted from 1x, simply x minus 8. So now we have 4 terms, or you can say 2 pairs. Now what will we do? We will take common between these two. So the common is x. So I'll write negative 3x square. Then I'll use this bracket, and so I'll take the common value, which is x. So x bracket x plus 8. This is my first value. Then it will be subtracted from 1. Why? Because there is no common element here. It is only subtraction. So instead of writing minus, we will write minus 1. Then we will take x minus plus, minus minus is plus, so plus, and 8 will remain the same. So as you can see, what common values do we have? X plus 8 and x plus 8. That means that our expression solution was working correctly. Now we will just write minus 3x square. We will remove these square brackets and we will write x plus 8 one time, and then the other factor will be x minus 1. So this is our final equation. So let's start with the first question. We have x power 8, and x power 8 is being added with x power 4, and then we have 1. So let's assume we have x power 8 as a and 1 as b. So how can we simplify the both of them? We will just simply write x power 4 whole power 2. This is the same as x power 8, and then we will write 1 whole power 2. This is the same as 1. Now we need to get the 2ab of this equation. So what will be the 2 of a? So it will be 2 bracket x power 4 bracket 1. So this will result in 2x power 4. Now what will I do? I will write minus here, and then this completed form of 2 of a and b, which is 2x power 4. After I have written this, then in the end I will write plus, and what will I write with plus? X power 4 as it is. So I'll just write here x power 4. Now after writing x power 4, you can see this is x power 4, this is 1. So we will just simply convert this to a plus b whole square form. So x power 4 plus 1 whole square. After writing that, we will then write these two. But as you can see, 2x power 4 being added with x power 4, the coefficient of x power 4 is 1. So minus 2 plus 1 is 1. So we will simply write minus plus as minus x power 4. Now after we have written this, we need to simplify this. So x power 4 plus 1 whole square will be written as the same, while x power 4 will be converted to x square whole square. Now after we have written this, do you remember the third identity, which is a square minus b square? Now if we want to reduce this expression into a square minus b square form, what can we do? We will write x power 4 plus 1, let's consider this as a, and then it will be added with x square. So this is our first term. Then what we will write? We will write a, which is x power 4 plus 1, and it will be subtracted from x square this time. So this is our final answer of question number 15. And why did I write this instead of a square minus b square? So a square minus b square is equal to a plus b multiplied with a minus b. That is why I converted this into the simplest form. Now let's move on to question number 16. Question number 16. Question number 16 states that we have an expression which is 4x power 4. It's being added with 256 y power 4. Now we need to simplify this real quick. What is common between these two terms? So 4 is common between these two, so we will take 4, and then we will apply the bracket, and then when 4x4 is divided with 4, it results in x power 4 plus, now what is 256 divided by 4? It is 64. So we will have 64 and y power 4 will remain as it is. Now we have simplified this. Now we need to simplify this much further. So we will write x power 4 in its simplest form and 64 y power 4 in its simplest form. So 4 bracket x square whole square plus 64, 8 8 is 64, so 8y square whole square, and then we will write the bracket. Now after we have simplified this, what does this remind us of? It reminds us of the a square plus b square form. So we will just write 4 bracket, then we will write x square whole square. It's gonna be added with 2 bracket x square, then it will be multiplied with 8y square, and then we are gonna write its whole form. So 8 2s are 16. We will write that in the end, but we will write 8y square whole square first and then subtract it from the output of these two, which is 8 2s are 16, 16 x square y square. So this is, now we need to simplify this much further. So what we will do is we will write 4 brackets. So this is x square, this is 8y square. So we will write x square being added with 8y square, and we will take the whole square of it. Now after doing that, what do we have? We took this out, we took this out, and we even took this out. So what remains is 16x square y square. So we're just gonna write that down, but we need to simplify that too. So 16x square y square, if we simplify that, it is 4xy whole square. Okay, so we have simplified this equation. Now we need to use it into the a square minus b square formula, which is, now we will write 4 as it is, then a square plus 8y square, let's consider this as a. Now 4xy, let's consider this as b. So we need to write a plus b and a minus b. So x square plus 8y will be added with 4xy. This is our first term. And then what will be the second term? It will be a minus b, which is x square plus 8y square being subtracted from 4xy. So this is our final answer of question number 16. We simplified it into its final form. Now let's move on to question number 17. We need to just reorder it. So as you can see, this is a quadratic expression. So what will be the form of quadratic expression? The square will be first, then we will have the variable with x or y, and then in the end we'll have the numeral. So let's arrange this. This will come here, this will go at the end, and this will come in the middle. So this means that x square minus 7x will be added with 12. Now this is a quadratic equation. We need to simplify it. So what is the coefficient of x square? It is 1, and the coefficient of this numeral is 12. So we need to find factors of 12. Now what are the factors of 12? Factors of 12 are 3 and 4, such that when we add these two, they will result in the number -7. So how can we do that? We will just simply write -3 plus -4. So these are our factors. We are going to put this into the quadratic equation. So let's do this right now. So I'll just write x square here. Then what will I do? I'll write -3x, and then I'll write -4x, because these two are the factors that make up 12. And when you add them up, they make up -7. Then I'll add them with 12. Now as you can see, we have 4 terms by which 2 pairs are being made. So x square minus 3x, the common value between these two is x bracket x minus 3. Then what is the common value between 4x and 12? It is 4. So I'll write a -4 bracket, then I'll write 4x divided by 4 is x, then minus plus is minus, and 4 3s are 12. So what will I have at the end? X minus 3 and this and this. So I have the second factor, which is x minus 4. So this is my answer. Now let's move on to the question number 18. I'll write question number 18 here. Question number 18 states that 1x square or simply x square is being subtracted from 9x and 8. Now, what do we need to do here? As we know, the coefficient of x square is 1. It will be multiplied with 8. Now, we will need the factors of 8. So, simply we need the factors of 8 such that when we add them up, the resultant will be negative 9. So, 8 multiply 1, this is 8. But if you add them up, it is 9. But we need negative 9. So, what will we do? We will use the factors negative 8 and negative 1, such that when we multiply them they produce 8, but when we add them up they produce 9. So negative 8 and negative 1 are our factors, and we'll simply just follow the same steps that we did in the previous question. So x square minus, I'll write here 8x, it's being subtracted from 1x or simply x, and then with 8. So I have 4 terms here by which two pairs are being made. What is the common between x square and 8x? It is x and x minus 8. Then I'll take negative 1 as common because there is no common value. So I'll just take negative, and along with negative I'll take 1. Then we'll have x minus plus is minus, and then 8 will be as it is. So x minus 8 is my first factor, and the second factor is x minus 1. So this is my answer. Now let's move on to question number 19 of this exercise. So let's write question number 19 right here, and let's solve it. So question number 19 states that 10z square is subtracted from 29z and added with 10. So what do we need to do here? So it's the same, it's the quadratic equation. You need to find when you multiply 10 with 10 it results in 100, so you need to find the factors of 100 such that when you add them up they bring 29. So 100, what are the factors of 100? It is 25 multiplied by 4. So if we add them up they literally produce 29. So what we will do, we will use negative 25 and negative 4 as our factors. So I'll write 10z square subtracted from 4z because it is a factor, and then subtracted from 25z as it is also a factor, and then being added with 10. Now I have 4 terms here by which two pairs are being made. Now what is the common value between these two? Yes, it's 2 and it's z2. Why? Because we have 4 and then we have 10, so both of these numbers can be divided by 2, and z square and z, the least value is z, so we will pick that. So we'll write 2z bracket 5z subtracted from 2. So after that we will write negative. Now what is the common value between 25 and 10? It is 5, so we'll write 5 only, and then 5 divided by 25, z is 5z, negative positive is negative, and that's 2. So I have the first factor as 5z minus 2 and the second factor as 2z minus 5. So this is my answer. Now let's move on to the next question, which is question number 20. So I'll write question number 20 right here. So now question number 20 and 21 is also a quadratic equation. I'm seeing it on the book right now. So just let me write it. I'll write negative 3y square plus 13y subtracted from 4. Now what will we do? This is also quadratic equation. So we have a coefficient of negative 3 right here, and we have negative 4. When we multiply these two, it's 12, and we add them up, so we need positive 13. Okay, so the factors will be 12 multiply 1. Why? Because when you multiply these it produces 12, but if you if you add them up they produce 13. So I think these are gonna be the factors of this quadratic equation. It will be 12 and 1. So let's write that real quick. I'll just write here negative 3y square adding with y only because 1y and y is just the same, and 12y and subtracted from So we have four terms right now. Now two pairs are being made. What is the common value between 3y square, negative 3y square, and 1y? It's only y. So we'll just write y bracket, and then inside we will write negative 3y, because y square and y cancel each other out, plus 1. So this is my first factor. Now the second factor needs to be same in order to have a correct equation. So 4 will be common from here, and 3y plus 1 is here. Now as you can see, negative 3y and negative 3y are just the same, so I'll just write negative 3y plus 1 only one time, and the second factor will be y minus 4. So y minus 4, this is our final simplified answer. Now let's move on to the last question, which is question number 21. Now question number 21 is also a quadratic expression. I'll just write x square minus 21x plus 90. Now the coefficient of x square is 1. Multiplying these two values results in 90. But we need a value such that when we add them up or subtract them, we get the negative 21 as a resultant. So what are we going to do? So what will we do? If we multiply 30 with 3, it gives us 90. Okay, so if we further divide 30, that results in 15, and the values go to, so 15 multiply 6. If you multiply 15 and 6, they give a resultant of 90. But if you add them up, you get 21. So these are the factors of this quadratic equation. So to be precise, negative 15 plus minus 6 is equal to 90. So this will be our factors, negative 15 and negative 6. So I'll just erase this part right here, and I'll write it down. So I'll just write x square, then I'll write negative 15x minus 6x plus 90. After writing that, I will just choose the common values between these four terms. So x bracket x minus 15, which results in, what does this result? This results to 6 bracket 15 equals 6. So x minus 15 and x minus 6 is the answer. Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today we're gonna attempt exercise 4.1's question number 22. So this question states that factorize the following expressions. So let's see the first expression. It is x square plus x being subtracted from 2. Now as you can see, we need to find the solution to this expression. If we take a glance at this, we can see that it is a quadratic expression. So the coefficient of x square is 1. So if we take the coefficient of x square, multiply that with 2, it results in 2. We basically need to find factors. So the factors will be negative 2 is equal to 2 multiply negative 1. So these are the factors for this equation. We're going to put it right here. So x square plus 2x minus 1x minus 2, and 1x can be written as x only. So we have 4 terms, and x square and 2x, the common between these two is x, so x plus 2, and then we will have the answer of, so now we have found the factors, which is x plus 2, and the second is x and minus 1. So these are our factors. Now let's move on to question number 23. So I'll just write down the expression here. The expression is 3x square plus 11x plus 6. Now the coefficient of x square is 3 and the number here is 6. So 3 multiply 6. What is 3 multiply 6? That is 18. So we need to find a number which is, when we multiply it, it's equal to 18, but when we add it, then it is equal to 11. So 9 twos are 18 is a great example. 9 multiply 2, if you multiply them, the resultant is 18, but if you add them up, that is equal to 11. So we'll put this value 9 and 2 into the equation, and we will see if we get our two factors or not. So 3x square plus 9x plus 2x plus 6. We have four factors now. We're gonna pick the common, which is 3x, then x plus 3, and then we're gonna have plus 2 bracket x plus 3. So what is the common? X plus 3 is common, and then we're gonna find the factor, which is 3x plus 2. So this is our final answer. Now let's move on to question number 24. The rest of the questions are very easy, and they're just related to quadratic expressions. So this quadratic expression is 2x square minus 5xy and my negative 3y square. Now what do we need to do here? It will be the same. Okay, so we need to find the factors. This question is a little bit different. First, in the previous questions we had only one variable, which was either x, which was either y. In the next upcoming questions it's going to be u, but here we have x and y. Now does this affect our steps? No, not at all. It will be just the same. What you will do is take the coefficient of x square, which is 2. Then what you're going to do is multiply that with negative 3. So when you multiply that with negative 3, the resultant is negative 6. Now we need to find the factors for negative 6 such that when we add them up, the resultant will be negative 5. Okay, not 5, it will be negative 5. So let's assume we have negative 6 multiply 1. It's 6. It's negative 6. But if you add them up, it's negative 5. So this will be our factors, 6 and 1, negative 6 and positive 1 to be precise. Now let's put in the steps. So 2x square minus, we're gonna write 6xy plus 1xy, or xy for short. After that we're gonna write 3y square as it is. Now we have four terms. Now we need to find the common between these terms. So that is 2x. So x minus 3y. Then I'll just pick y as a common value. And then I'll have plus minus is minus, and then we have 3y. So the first factor is going to be x minus 3y. And the second factor will be 2x plus y. So this is our answer. Now let's move on to the quadratic expression number 24. Sorry, I mean 25. So let's go on to 25. So here we have 8 plus 6x minus 5x square. It's the same quadratic expression. Now what are we gonna do? We're basically gonna take the factors. So we have 8, it's gonna be multiplied with negative 5. So 8 multiply negative 5, that is equal to negative 40. So we have negative 40, we need to find the factors. So let me think for a moment. That will be so if we take 5, we take 8, so that means 4 and 2. So we have these three factors, which is 5 multiply 4 multiply 2, and it will be equal to 40. But we need negative 40, so it will be here. Negative will be with 4. So we have negative 40 and we add them up. So that is equal to 6x. So this is working out perfectly. So now what we're going to do, we're going to imply these factors into our quadratic equation. Okay, so we're going to write 8 first here. Then I'm going to write plus 10 x, because 5 plus 4 is 6, 7, 8, 9. So 10. So I'll write 8 plus 10x minus 4x minus 5x square. 5 these factors. I'll just take a common, so 8 that's the common 2, so 2 4s are 8 plus 5x, and then the common between these two is like negative x, so I'll just take that 4 plus 5x. Okay, after that 4 plus 5x, and the second factor will be 2 minus x. So this is our final answer. Now let's move on to the next questions. It's 27 and 26 I'm seeing on the book right now, so I just write 26 first and then we will attempt 27. So 26 says that 6 minus 7x minus 5x squared. How are we going to solve this? It's very easy. You're going to take 6, multiply that with negative 5, 5 5 is 25, and 5 6 are negative 30. So you're going to take the factors of negative 30. So that is like 3 multiply negative 10, and that is also negative 30 in yeah. So we will take the factors 3 minus 10. If we subtract them, then we will have negative 7. So yep, we will take 3 and 10 as our factors. So I'll write it right now, and positive 3 and negative 10. So I'll write 6 plus 3x minus 10x minus 5x square. We have 4 terms, so what's the common between these two? It's 3, and then we have this. Then what's the common between these two? It's negative 5x, so I just write 2 minus minus plus and x, and then I'll just write 2 plus x, and then 3 minus 5x. So this is our answer. Now let's move on to the last question of the exercise. Let's go to question number 27. Question number 27 states that 2a square with negative 4a and subtract it from 6. Now what do we need to do? Let's take 2. Let's multiply that with 6. So that's 6 to the, that's 12. That's negative 12. Now I'll just take the factors of negative 12. No, okay, I just take the factors of negative 12, but I just realized that if you look at this expression carefully, then you will see that we have 2 here, we have 4, and we have 6. So all of these numbers are divisible by 2. So what if I take 2 as a common value, and then I'll write a square minus 2a, because 4 divided by 2 is 2, subtracted from 3. So this is much more easier. So I can just now simplify and really easily do this. So the coefficient of a square is 1, and this is 3. So 1 multiply negative 3, it is negative 3. But if we subtract that, it is negative 2. So these factors are totally correct. We're going to use positive 1 and negative 3. So what will I write? I will write here 2 bracket 1a square. Then I'll write positive 1a, and I'll then write negative 3a minus 3. Oh, we have these 4 factors. We're gonna take the common between them. So that is a bracket a plus anything divided by, so that's 1. And then subtract it from, we have 3a minus 3, so I'll just take 3, and a minus minus is plus, and 3 divided by 3 is 3. Okay, so then I'll just do 2a plus 1 and then a minus 3. So this is our final answer.